In this video, I'm going to be showing how I cook kebab meat in a Phillips air fryer. So here we have the spices that I'm going to be using. Here's the kebab meat that is thawed, and this is an old Phillips air fryer. So now I have placed the thawed meat onto a paper towel, and so the idea is that I'm going to be putting another paper towel on top and drying the meat off, getting as much of the moisture sort of off of it as possible. So now that I've got the moisture, as much of the moisture as possible off of the meat, what I'm going to be doing next is adding a little extra virgin olive oil and kind of getting it spread out on the surface of the meat, and that's going to add a little bit of moisture back in the form of the olive oil in order for the spices that I'll be using to stick to it inside the air fryer. Now that I've drizzled on the extra virgin olive oil onto the surface of the meat, the next step will be to kind of mix it around so that both sides of the meat are covered with the olive oil. So now I've sprinkled on a healthy amount of the spices, including a healthy amount of salt. So the next step is going to be mixing this all around. So now I've mixed everything around, and so the next step is going to be preheating the air fryer. I've got it set on its maximum, which is about 390 degrees, and so I'm going to preheat it for a couple of minutes. So in the meantime, I'm going to be melting some butter to drizzle onto the steak after the cooking's finished. So now the air fryer is turned on and preheating. I also added some water to the bottom of the air fryer basket in order to prevent any grease that drops down from smoking. So the butter that I use is Kerrygold butter. You can buy it at Walmart here in the United States. It's imported from Ireland. In my opinion, it's the best butter that you can possibly buy. So here I have the butter, and I'm going to be melting it inside the microwave oven. So here is the meat inside the heated basket. So I've used my Amazon Lady in a Tube to set a 5-minute timer, and at 5 minutes I'll be turning it and then running it for 3 more minutes. So this is what the meat looks like at 5 minutes. I'm going to stir it up and put it in for another 3. And so this is the end result. Total cooking time of 8 minutes. And I'll be dipping each individual bite in the melted Kerrygold butter. Excellent.